Hi gang, so welcome to our first look of the Isles of Pangaea, which is a dinosaur survival game, stroke dinosaur roleplay game I suppose. It's been out on early access for the last 2 years and costs a grand total of 79 pence. Now there's a load of different dinosaurs you can get, 42 in total, which is actually works out a 2p a dinosaur almost, so not bad As you can see, not just dinosaurs but fish and bugs and everything. So I decided to be a Spinosaurus, so this is Spiky, the Spinosaurus. So we're going to get loaded in and have our first look together at Isles of Pangaea. So here we go, this is us hatching into this world. You will notice there is no game sound. Unfortunately I had a little problem with recording, but didn't want to restart it as we are both all looking at this at the same time for the first time. So out I go into the big bad world. You'll notice a few cuts whilst we're playing this, and that's because there's a lot of pop-up tutorial help, which is handy, but is a little bit annoying when you're trying to make a video. So as you can see here, I'm starting my first little battle. I am king of the dinosaurs. And there you go, there is one of those pop-ups which sometimes pop up right in the middle of a fight. It doesn't help because now my little guy has run away and I have to chase after him. The fighting isn't the most engaging, and it also doesn't really feel sometimes that you're actually hitting the animal. But again, we got to remember this is early access. This does cost less than the Mars bar, so we'll give it a little pass and we'll see how it develops over time. Another one of those annoying little pop-ups. This one letting me know that I can sniff and smell things. So as you can see there, when the colour pops up, it represents different things. So we've jumped forward a little bit here and we're going to probably one of my biggest gripes with the game, which is the night cycle. Lasts about 20 minutes, so that's a long time to be in the dark. As you can see here, you do have night vision, which obviously makes it considerably easier and almost in a kind of way considerably pointless to have a night cycle, other than the fact you've now got to play everything in a green tone. Here I was filling up on some water and went off hunting to get myself some more lunch. Unfortunately, this is where Spiky's little journey will come to an abrupt end, as I was just munching down on a little bit of lunch and didn't realise sneaking up behind me was... wait for it, there he is. And because again there's not really any way of seeing it on the screen at first, I didn't realise he was eating me. So by the time I'm running away now, I've only got about a tail's worth of health. Really wishing I'd done a bit more cardio before this, and game over. So that was my first little run into this. So only one thing left to do, make another character, load up and do it again. I decided to go with the T-Rex, or Tony the T-Rex, and this is when I had my only real bug in the game, which was I couldn't hatch. Completely stuck there, kept clicking, wouldn't hatch. So time to make another T-Rex. Tony's back, and let's see how we do with this one. So yeah, this time it's Tony 2. I did see if there would be any difference if we changed from male to female in the character models, but not, so we're sticking with boy Tony. So here we go, hatch time. And this time, I must admit, we kind of entered God mode of the game. As I can see up here, some of the adult T-Rexes had killed a giant Spinosaurus. And I thought, aha, there's a bit of lunch for me. Now my one worry was, because I hadn't actually hung around with other T-Rexes, was were they going to decide to eat me? So that was the first thing we needed to find out. And when I did see that little bite then, it did scare me, but actually, nope. T-Rexes are way too hungry and decided they were just going to eat the Spinosaurus. So there we go. This was now the next 20 minutes of my life, probably. I decided to sit here and see how much I could eat this dinosaur. So yeah, not the most gripping gameplay ever, and I will obviously be speeding it up for you, but it is a really quick way to level up and to get growth bonuses, which means I can go from being a tiny little baby to something that can actually walk around in the wild without being eaten. So again, we're back into this lovely green night mode. I seem to spend a lot of my life in that. But I must admit, the sky was quite beautiful. As you'll see, a couple of those friendly pop-ups, but then also, as we're going along, we're upgrading our skill tree. You can upgrade your health, you can upgrade your attack, your stamina. So yeah, quite a nice way of playing it. Fortunately, that's where it ended. That's where I ran out of my free dinner. So I decided it was time to go hunting and find something for myself. At this point, I was like, typical. The other T-Rex is going to nick my dinner. But luckily, obviously, being their size, they decided this wasn't worth stopping to eat. So I got to have my first fight. Which, yeah, maybe not the most gripping fight ever, but we took him down. So at this point, I decided to give myself a goal, which was to run all the way down to the ocean. Wanted to go and see the sea. Now I must admit, this is quite a big map and he's quite a small T-Rex. As you can see there, I stopped because I thought I'd seen a tree trunk to search, but it was a rock. We then found a dead Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is probably the first time that we, in quotes, lost our immersion. As for some reason in this game you can't be a cannibal, you can't eat your own type, so I just had to leave T-Rex here and carry on running. About this point I decided to start putting some of my points into stamina and speed, as I realised that sea started to feel like a mirage and was not getting much closer. What felt like a lifetime of running, you got to remember this is an hour's gameplay for me, 8 minutes for you. We finally seen some animals and I thought, here we go, let's have an epic fight. So play the epic fight music. Okay, maybe not so epic. Okay, some of the AI is not that intelligent in this game, but remember again, it is early access. They are updating it. They updated it a month ago, and they seem to update it very regularly, so they haven't forgot about this, and I'm hoping that it all gets better. But hey, got to have a little bit more lunch, because what you'll realise in this game is your hunger does go down really quick. Again, might have been my fault, maybe I shouldn't have run through the big empty desert to try and find the sea, but, you know, gotta have a challenge in life. So here we had another battle, and fair play, this one actually fought back, which was nice, bit of a novelty, bit of a change, and luckily, all that eating of the Spinosaurus meant that I easily won this fight. Seemed to really impress this little dancing iguanodon that came up to have a little look. It does seem like in this game that if dinosaurs are herbivores, they don't seem to attack you, which was nice. So again, another scene of me eating, but with a dancing iguanodon. You do spend a lot of your time eating in this game, but I suppose that was kind of the Dino Life, wasn't it? So now we're on to our final run down to the sea. We've been pretty much 1 hour now. Again, another night cycle. Yay, I must admit, not a fan of the night cycles, but hey, I suppose kind of realistic if dinosaurs had night vision. Then we found a sea urchin. Unfortunately, couldn't eat that for dinner. Not very happy T-Rex about that. And that brings us to the end of my first hour in the game. Now I must admit, 79p, I think there's some definite gameplay here, and I definitely want to come back. I want to try out a few of the other characters, see what it's like to be a sea monster, and maybe even see where Toby's little adventure ends. If you've enjoyed it, let me know, and let me know what other characters you'd like to see. Okay, have a great day. Bye!